Here is a project that encompasses a few skills: wood turning, you can see those lovely blocks of walnut, and the use of epoxy resin, which is going to make it look absolutely spectacular, but also casting. And at the top of that resin and walnut staff will sit the head of the scepter, and that's no ordinary scepter, that's not just decorative, that's a weapon. And that's just stage one. There's another part to cast, but the first thing to be done, to make sure, of course, that the material is airtight and free of air bubbles that might ruin the whole casting process. Once that's done, it can be heated to remove the wax mold inside, and that space is what will be filled with the melted metal. And just look at that melted wax. And along with the metal, a little extra potassium, why not? And there you can see that metal melting down now. We don't want it all in there though. There is some slag. Those are the impurities that need to be removed from the top, telling us that it's just about ready to be poured into the mold. And you've got to make sure to fill every last bit of the mold. And to be sure, a little extra poured in and on top. Now, time to release it from that cast, and it's not the easiest process because it's so big and heavy and needs to be dug out a little bit at a time. And there it is. That is one mean looking piece. Absolutely nasty. I would hate to come across that in battle. Who am I kidding? I don't belong in battle anywhere. Now, the cap piece to this staff needed to be cast separately. Well, you saw it, because the first piece is so large. So while that is getting cleaned up and sanded down, the second mold was melted out, and now in pours a little more hot metal to cast that. And once this is released, assembly can begin at last. It's in there somewhere, and there it is. Ground down to a nice sharp point on top, adding yet another dangerous edge to this unbelievable weapon. And there you can see what's become of the epoxy resin and walnut blocks. That plastic casing needs to be cut away. And once that's done, it can be mounted and wood turned into a most spectacular staff. Just about ready, changing the mount, and now getting it in place. Carefully marking out the sections where the staff will be attached to the head, and then getting to work, slowly shaving down layer by layer. And now you can see those blocks of walnut starting to be exposed, creating an unbelievable visual effect. And just wait until this is polished. The edges are being finished up. Time to do some sanding and smoothing this out before the entire thing can be treated. A little more towards the bottom half now. And just check that out. Unbelievable. So much depth, richness, and color to that piece. And yeah, why not? If you put that much effort into something, definitely leave your mark on it. Some industrial glue used to attach the cap piece to the rest of this menacing scepter. And don't forget to clean it up, of course. Now to attach it. And that slots in perfectly, sign of a good measurement. And whoever's holding that is not somebody I'm messing with. That is one amazing weapon, definitely fit for a king. That is one amazing weapon, fit for a king and fit for battle.